Welcome everybody to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome newcomers. I hope you like the channel and become part of it, one big happy family, and help out with the journey. I'd like to mention I do have a Facebook crochet group, private group. You're more than welcome to join as long as you have a profile pic, and TikTok and Instagram, and also you can follow me on my page of crochet on Facebook, all under the same name, Crochet Art Tutorial by Maggie Lopez. These are 4-ply 100% cotton thread. I am in Europe, in Portugal. My threads go by color number and not by name. So this green would be color number 23, this lavender color number 26, and of course the beige, the cream color. If you have not subscribed, please do so. Help out with the channel. Sharing is caring. Share the channel or the video, your favorite video. A lot of the videos are pretty much named under the playlist. If you want the oval, if you want pineapples, if you want baby dresses, little girl dresses, or anything, oval, square, round, rectangular, all you have to do is go to the playlist and look under the titles there. So we're going to get started. For the most part, I use 2.7 hooks, sometimes a 3, depending upon my project, and of course a small pair of scissors and a small hook to tuck in your loose ends. Thank you so much, everybody. I also want to thank everybody that has been helping out the women in need of thread, either by shipping to them or by donating money to them or for them. Normally, they will put it into my PayPal because YouTube takes, I can't remember now if it's 20 or 30% of whatever you're donating. And thank you so much for your donations. Nancy McDonald, thank you so much, sweetheart. God bless you. And for the ones that have been just putting on the videos and letting those commercials run through and helping out with the channel, thank you. God bless you on that. Let's get started, everyone. Before I do forget, all of the links are below in the description box, below the video. The TikTok, the Instagram, my Facebook group, my Facebook page, my email, and you also can order any pattern that you wish to have. I do ship them out. And also I do ship out the threads. There's quite a few of you that order threads. These are $12 a ball. They're 100 grams, equivalent to 325 yards. The shipping cost is like horrendous. So minimum order of six balls is the only way I can cover the shipping out. Okay? Because I know some of you will ask about the threads. Thank you, everyone. Okay, everyone. So we're going to start with the middle piece so then we can attach the leaves in. And I'm going to use this tan color, which is a 4-ply. All of them are 4-ply. I always use the same one, unless the island ran out of it. Then I'll have to use another product from another company. We're going to do the magic circle. I'm going to slip stitch, come back in with a single and 2 chain. That's my first double crochet, and 2 more for space in between my double crochets. I will have a total of 8 double crochets. So double crochet, 2 chain in between, double crochet, 2 chain in between, until we achieve 8 double crochets. I've done my 8 double crochet and my last 2 chain, closing up that magic circle, coming in that 3rd chain, or 2nd chain I should say, because I did a single and 2 chain. And I'm going to do 1, 2 double crochet. Inside of this 2 chain, I'm going to create 3 double crochet, and 1 on top of the double crochet, 3 inside. And this is how we're going to proceed row 2. And 1 on top. Okay. So I've closed in on my set. So I've closed in with slip stitch. I'm going to come back in, grabbing those 2 loops there and doing a single and 2 chain. So my first double crochet, and I'm right on top of the double crochets of the 8 in the bottom. I'm going to do 5 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain. Coming on top of the 4th one, which always working now on top of that 8 double crochets that we had created on the first row, and 5 chain space in between them. Again, so you're skipping 3 going into the 4th, and 5 chain. Going into the 4th. And we're going to do this all the way around the same way. Okay, everyone, so I completed my 8 little groups here, or little squares. Now, it tends to fold, as you can see, right? So don't worry about that because the next row is going to fix it. So I'm going to go up 1, 2 chain. Inside of this 5 chain, I'm going to do 4 more double crochets. We're going to build shells of 4 double crochets. So I've done my 4, 2 chain, and 4 more again. And 1 on top of that double crochet. So I have my first shell again coming into the next one. So now it's just a repeat 4 double crochets, 2 chain. This is row 4. And 1 on top of that double crochet. So as you can see, it's already taking place of fixing what is bent, right? It will be straight once we've completed. Okay, you guys, so I've closed in. I'm going to come back in. I'm going to do my single and 2 chain. So I have my first double crochet and 2 more chain for space in between. I'm coming inside of that 2 chain on the shell, double crochet, 2 chain, double crochet, 2 chain, double crochet, 2 chain, and 1 more double crochet. So I have 4 double crochets and 2 chain space in between them, 2 chain, and coming right on top of that double crochet again with double crochet, 2 chain, and repeat again those 4 double crochets with 2 chain space in between them. Two chain, and on top of that double crochet. So we're going to repeat this all the way around the same way. And remember how it was waving, it was bending, but that row fixed it up. Okay, everyone, going into row 6, so I've closed in with slip stitch. I'm going to come into that 2 chain space with a single and 1 more single, and I'll complete my other single on top of that double crochet. So I'm coming into that first 2 chain of the 4 and doing 3 double crochets. I'm coming in the next one and doing 2 double crochet, 2 chain, and 2 more double crochet into the next one with 3 double crochets. Into that 2 chain, 2 singles, and one on top of the double crochet, and repeat again. The 2 singles, the 3 double crochet, okay, everyone, so I've closed in with not a slip stitch at that point. I did also the single on top of that double crochet and closed in on the first single that we did on the 2 chain with a slip stitch. I'm going to do the walk to that first double crochet, single, 2 chain, and we're doing double crochet over double crochet, two inside of that 2 chain, 1 chain only, and 2 more double crochet, and 1 per stitch. I'm going to go directly into the next one, double crochet. Now if you find it's too tight for you, you can do a 1 chain or loosen up your stitch a bit on those last double crochet in order to go straight in. So 2 double crochet, 1 chain, and 2 more double crochet, and then 1 per stitch, and then I'm cutting my thread and coming in with my leaves, going straight in, like that. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. I'll cut my thread, tuck in the loose ends, and we're good to go to start adding on. The leaves will be added into that 1 chain space that we are doing. Okay, everyone, so I've completed, and this is a pretty good size already, as it is for, if you want to put something in the middle instead of having the 3D flower and not being able to put something in the middle. So now we're going to go into the leaves. I'm going to do the first leaf here with you, just so you don't have to go back and forth into the links of the leaves. So let's start on the leaves. So I'm going to use this terracotta color, but you can use whatever color you want, greens, reds, it's up to you. I'm going to do the slip stitch knot, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, until I have 18 chain stitch. I've done my 18 chain stitch. I'm coming in the 3rd and doing singles. I'm going to do singles all the way to the end of my chain stitch. Okay, I'm not even counting any singles or anything like that. There will always be 1 single extra in one side than the other in case you are counting. So example, if this one's going to have 14, the other one will probably have only 13. Okay, so just singles all the way to the end. Now, a lot of you already know how to create these singles. We've done so many not singles, this leaf. We've done so many patterns with it. Okay, so now I'm all the way to the end. I'm going to do a 2 chain. And on that same last one we did, I'm doing another single. And then coming back into the other side, 1 per stitch, doing single. We're not working on the last 2 singles up top. That's the point, the pointy of the leaf. So just working those singles up. that, like that. So we have 2 left. I'm not working on them. 1 chain, turn around. We're working only on back loops. So my very first one, single. This is all about singles, especially for new people. Singles, all the way to that 2 chain that we have here. So 1 per stitch, all the way down, using that back loop only. We need that to be like a little 3D coming through. So it's just working back and forth on this. Single, single, all the way to that where we have the 2 chain. Coming in that 2 chain with single and 2 chain again, coming back in that 2 chain and single again, and going right behind, grabbing that very first one of the 2 chains, single, back loops, and again working all the way to the top and more or less lined up with the other side that we have done. So always not working on the last 2 chains or singles or stitch or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so I have those 2 I'm not working on. 1 chain, again, turn around, come back in, working that back loop, and again, going all the way to that 2 chain in the center, 1 per stitch. So it's more or less lined up. So I'm almost reaching that 2 chain again. Make sure you go all the way to that 2 chain back loop, and in that 2 chain with a single, 2 chain, single, and back loop again on that chain. Can't miss any stitches or else it will be too short of a leaf. It won't be the same height as all of the other ones. Okay, so again, not going to work the last 2 stitches here. So we have 1, 2. So I'm working up to this one, the one on the pointing at the edge, and this one I'm not working on. So as you can see, I left a 2 stitch behind, 1 chain, coming back in that same very first one and doing the back loops again. That's all there is to it. You have to make sure you go all the way to the end. Now, so far we have 1, 2, 3. So we're working the 3rd one, losing that 2 loops. That means the very first one here and the one right after. So I'll be working on that 3rd one right here. We need exactly, I already have a few made and didn't close in the last row because we need to attach. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's 7, but it will be 8. I have 8 on this side. We'll attach the center into that centerpiece, right? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But because I'm attaching this already and continuing, then I'm cutting my thread. I'll have my 8 completed on here. Okay? So that's all there is to it. Just keep going back and forth on it until you achieve one side has 8. Like I've showed you, the other side will complete the 8 once we start attaching. Why does it look dark here? The weather's kind of strange today. Sunny, raining, and windy. Okay, until the very last one on that chain, coming in that chain, single, 2 chain, back in the same chain, single. Make sure you grab that first one right on the chain. And then back loops and leaving those 2 stitch behind. So I've done all the way to the top. So basically you have that first stitch right here. So you have 1, 2, okay? And then you do 1 chain, turn around, again into that very first one, and using those back loops again. So continue yours, and I'm going to continue mine. Obviously we have to do one at a time for the attachment, because we have to attach it into the pattern and onto the leaves also. Okay, obviously the first one we're going to complete, because we don't do any attachments at this point. It's the first one, but the second one will have to be attached to the 8 like that and into the center. Okay, so I'll meet you at the attachment on the leaves. Okay, everyone, so I've completed my leaf. I have 8 on this side and of course 7 on here, because we're going to attach it now to the pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 little edges of the leaf. I've done my single inside of that 2 chain. Now we are on the wrong side of the pattern, and this is how we're going to add the leaves in, because we want that 3D to pop up. Okay, you'll see the difference. You could almost fit a finger right in the center here, and we have this 3D coming up. Okay, so now you're going to come and grab any of these. So basically almost like back to back. I'm coming in and I'm coming back in that 2 chain with a single, and then continuing to do the back loops. Can't see the cameras in my face and everything else. So back loops and complete the 8 layers on this side. Now with this one I'm going to cut the thread, but the next one obviously we're attaching to the pattern and also into the leaf. One chain, turn around, and I'm just going to close in, grabbing both loops on that edge. I'm going to cut my thread, and I'm going to tuck in my loose ends, obviously. So don't forget, the 3D part is the one that stands up. You can see the difference. This one has a big opening. Okay, so I'm going to tuck in my loose end. Okay, everyone, so also this one faced up, I have 8 and only 7 on here. So I've done my single on that 2 chain, and I'm coming into the next one right on that 1 chain. Going right over. Coming in, doing my single, and starting to do my back loops. Make sure that you have your leaf in the right position. So I'm going to come into that 8 space we've done here. You can just go in anywhere there and pull your thread through it. Obviously you don't want to pull everything else through it. and not through only one string. So make sure you do go in. And slip stitch through it. Okay, so it's going to be like that. Now I'm just going to cut my thread because I'm going to tuck in. So I'm going to give it a little knot here. My goodness, feels like I have a frog in my throat. And bring that string to the back, obviously, and hide it in between your stitches. And that's how we're going to attach all of them together. So each time you keep completing a leaf, you keep attaching to that edge of the 8th one. I'm just going through the loops back here anywhere and have them hiding in between so nothing comes apart, obviously. So we have 2 attachments already. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And then you grab the next one and repeat the same process with the next leaf, which I already have built. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I have 7 on this side. So basically I'm just going to, again, as you see, it's on that 3D. So you just continue going in to do my single, coming in that one chain, bringing my thread over. I'm going to slip stitch there, or you could just go in with a single. And then do your back loops. Okay, so I'll meet you once I've completed all 8 leaves so we can continue on with the pattern. Okay. Okay, everyone. So I'm down to my 8th flower. This is starting row 8. Don't get it confused now, because we have to attach in 3 places on this leaf, on the center, and on the other leaf to complete. So starting row 8, the other side still has row 7. And we have to attach in all 3 places. And then continuing with your slip stitch on the back, not slip stitch, single on the back loop till the center, and also to attach on the center. So 1 single per stitch. Going into that 2 chain with single. coming in the center here. Slip stitch back in, or you can do a direct single. Single, grabbing those back loops again. I'm glad I chose these colors because it really stands out, the tan color with the terracotta color. And then into the leaf. I'll have to pull that again. It's very hard to see when I have cameras in my face. It's quite hard to see the stitch go through. And then just tuck in your loose ends, and we're ready to start the rest of the pattern. This is an old pattern. There's so many different ways of building these leaves up. Everybody's got their own way of doing it. I have my own way of doing it. So comes out to almost the same thing. Of course, it's quite different when you're using the 3D flower, but then again, you won't be able to put anything on top of it. But it does look beautiful unless you want it displayed without anything on it. So I'm hiding this little thread in the back, did a few knots, make sure that nothing comes apart. Now, of course, once the pattern is worked all the way around, it stays more into place, and once you've blocked it also. Okay, so I'm going to come back in with my tan color. Okay, everyone, so now we're going to turn the pattern to the wrong side, this way. I'm going to do a slip stitch knot, and I'm going to work on these two singles we have there. Okay, so we have those two singles where we've tied off, but I'm going to come on here and I'm going to do a single. Trying to hide this little thread as I go, and also 1, 2 chain. I'm going to work a single on the next one here where the single is, and doing a single. Okay, I'm not going to cut it because we're going to work in there. Once we've done, so we have a single here, 2 chain right on the center, on that single and on that single. I'm going to do 2 chain, and I'm going to hook right at the corner of this one up here. We're working on these little loops here. Okay, I'm going to turn to the front, to the right side now. And I'm going to come inside of that 2 chain we did, and I'm going to work 3 more double crochets. So we have, with that 2 chain, we'll make 4 double crochets. I'm coming in this corner, single, two chain, come into the next one, single, turn around. We're going to work 3 more inside of the space here, 3 double crochet. With that 2 chain, we'll make 4. 2, 3, and 4. 1 chain. Come into the next one and do your 4 double crochets. I'm going to close it here with single, so we are aligned up on the same direction as the corners here of the leaf. Chain 2 into the next one. Turn around, coming back in, doing 3 double crochets. With that 2 chain makes 4. 1 chain, doing 4 double crochets. And we have to do this to each one of them until the top. So they're all individual. That means once I get here, I will have to cut the thread and restart again on the next one. So that's a little bit of work, but the pattern speaks for itself, right? So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Coming into the next one with a single, 2 chain, into the next one, single, turn around, come inside of that space and do your 4 total with that 2 chain double crochets. That means you're doing 3 inside. 1 chain into the next one. One chain into the next one. One chain, and again your 4 double crochets. Going into the upper one right at the corner, single, 2 chain into the next one. Turn around, coming in doing those 3 double crochets, 1 chain, so we have a total of 4 with that 2 chain. And create your 4 double crochets, 1 chain. So you keep increasing on these little blocks, these little groups of 4. Into the next one. And it will be a repeat individually to all of them the same way. 1 chain into the last one here. So either you look at what you did. If you remember, then go ahead. If not, rewind the video and go through again which one, as many times I guess as you need. So again, I'm coming in this one, and don't grab only one loop. Go directly in that turn we did, that single, with a single, 2 chain, single, turn around, coming back in with 3 more double crochet. So 1 chain, continue to do your little blocks. I'm going to continue until here and come back to you. Okay, everyone. So I'm arriving on the last one here. We're going to leave this one out because at the end we're going to be working on that one so we can continue to go on. So I'm going to do my 1 chain. No, actually no chain, sorry. And I'm going to come in this one here, and doing my single like that. Okay, now I'm going to cut my thread in all of them. Each time I'm going to do this in all the leaves and leave the top one out, because when we're going to work, we're going to be working double crochets in here, but we're going to use this for our single on both motifs. Okay, of course you need to cut your thread for each one you do, but the last one you don't cut your thread, because that's how we're going to continue to work on it. Okay, so I'm going to complete my other ones, and then on the very last one we'll continue with it around. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like. Now if you need to rewind, go ahead, make sure you leave this out, just put a single there as we did, and cut your thread. Make sure when you start it again, you start it on the wrong side of the pattern, okay? Because when we complete on the wrong side of it, but then we're going to work going backwards again on the right side, okay? Okay, everyone. So I worked all my motifs. We are on the wrong side of the pattern, but now, remember I said don't cut your thread on the last one. Now we're going to work the right side. So we're going to turn our pattern to the right side. And my light keeps flicking. I keep touching something for sure. So after you complete your single, you turn to the right side. Now I'm going to come inside of the space, and I'm going to do a single 2 chain, and I'm going to complete my 4 double crochets. Now the 4 double crochets are only going to be at the corners here, no more on the center. The center will be 3 double crochet. Okay, so 4 double crochets, 1 chain, and now in the center we're going to complete only 3 double crochets. Three, not 4. I'm telling you what to do, and I'm doing it already the opposite way. Okay, so 1 chain space into the next one. 3 double crochet, 1 chain, and then on the last one, 4 double crochet. So I'm coming to the last one here and doing my 4 double crochets. So the 4 double crochets are done only at the beginning and on the last one. Now we're going to do 1 chain, and we're going to come in right at the edge here of that last one with single, 1 chain, again 4 double crochets, and all the other ones are 3 double crochets. One chain, and now proceed with 3 double crochets only. So remembering 4 double crochets are only here, the last one and the first one. A single on the center of your last motif there of the leaf, and that's how we're going to repeat all the way around. I'll meet you when we get to here. Okay, everyone, so I'm almost arriving at the end, and here, after completing the 4 double crochet, remember what I told you, only at the beginning and at the end. So I'm doing my last one chain, single, no chain actually on this one. We're going to do a half double crochet like that, so we can work from here on. So now we're going to be doing only 3 double crochets, so single, 2 chain all the way around, no more 4 double crochets, 1 chain into the next one and do your 3 double crochet, 1 chain. That's all there is to it, all the way around. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end once I've completed all my 3 double crochet groups and 1 chain in between all of them. So I'll meet you back here once I've done the whole round. Just want to remind you that when you're doing the 3 double crochets, you're also doing here 1 chain and in here also, okay? Because sometimes, I seem to forget to explain all the way, so I don't want you to start thinking, well, what do I do with these 2 1 chains, right? Because we have that single in the center. So 3 on this side, 3 on the other. Okay, and then continue on with the rest of the 3 double crochets. Okay, everyone, so I've reached the end. This is where we started. We're going to do that half double crochet again, like that. Come back in, do a single, 2 chain, and 3 double crochet total. 1 chain into the next one. So we're going to continue to do this row and 1 more row, and once you come to the end, you're going to do that half double crochet again, exactly how we did here. So half double crochet here, come back in, do a single and 2 chain. So I'll meet you at the end of the next row. So we have 1, 2, 3 rows with these little squares. I'll meet you at the end of the 3rd row because now it's just a repeat. Okay, don't forget when you get to the end here, half double crochet to be in the center of that 1 chain, because that half double crochet represents that 1 chain space between them. Okay, so far I think it's coming out very lovely. Once blocked, of course, it will be much nicer and much flatter, and especially if you have starch spray, perfect for this. Okay, everyone, so reaching the end, I'm going to close in on that 2nd chain. Now it tends to to fold a bit, to pull a bit, but don't worry about it. First of all, you should stretch a bit of your pattern and where all the leaves are. And then once we start filling in the rest of the rows, it all comes together. So don't stress over it if it starts pulling and bending a bit. Now, okay, everyone. So pretty much closed in. I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3 chain for my double crochet. I'm doing 1 per stitch, but I'm going to be alternating inside of the 1 chain space. So we're going to do 1 with 2 double crochets. Sorry about the banging, people. Let me just calculate here fast. Okay, so I'm going to do it this way. I'm just going to do 2 double crochets inside of this chain stitch. We could always manage on the next row to skip or adjust it somehow if we have extra stitching. Okay, so I'm going to continue to do 1 per stitch and then 2 inside of that chain space. And this should straighten out your pattern already if you're curving a bit like I was. So 1 per stitch and then 2 inside of the chain stitch. Okay, so I'm not cutting my thread after this. I'm leaving my thread on. I'm going to come in with the terracotta after this, but I'm not cutting my thread. As I go with the terracotta, if I see at the end that I am missing or I'm too much, I could always undo and fix it without cutting my thread, the tan color one, okay? Okay, everyone, so came perfectly flat with all, of course, the stitching in here. Now, I'm not going to cut my thread. I'm just going to stretch it. And I'm going to come in with the terracotta one. And I'm going to start right after the stitch we've closed in. Just make sure if you're not cutting there. I mean, you can cut if you want, but I'm not going to if I need to make an adjustment. So I'm coming in that next stitch right after the one I did. Jesus, my stitch is always so tight that, you know, I never learned my lesson, of course. Ah, Lord, it's been a long day, and this construction is driving me up the wall, and we have no choice. We'll be under floods if we don't fix the problem. Okay, so double crochet. I'm going to count 12 double crochets. Actually, no, I'm going to do, I don't know why I said 12 is the next row. We're going to do 1 per stitch all the way around. I was thinking to do already the motif, but I think it will look nicer this way. So I am going to, I change ideas all the time, right, people? So I am going to cut my thread. If I need to make an adjustment, I'll make an adjustment on the next row, and it will work out. So I'm going to tuck in my loose ends. Sometimes that's just the way it is, people. I think of one thing and then something else comes to mind. But because I'm deciding to do one more row of double crochets, I could always, adjust on the next row if I need to make adjustments. So there's no point of me keeping this one around and disturbing me on my row. So just tuck in your loose ends, go in through the stitches. So yeah, basically one per stitch. There's obviously no increase on here. I was thinking to do something and then decided not to. So I have to go with my gut instant. Okay, so one per stitch all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so pretty much finished all my double crochets all the way around. Pattern is just beautifully flat, and of course once blocked or even starched, it's absolutely stunning. You guys will love it. All right, so now I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3 chain for double crochet, and I'm going to do a sequence of 12 double crochets here. That's why I said we might have to make an adjustment on this row. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. One chain. Skip a stitch into the next one and continue to do a sequence of 12. That's why I don't know if I'm going to come exactly to the end with 12. For that reason, I said we will make an adjustment once we come to the end. So that's all we're going to do on this row. Groups of 12 and one chain and skip a stitch. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12. One chain, skip a stitch into the next one. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I'm almost reaching the end, and I still have 2 more groups left to build. Now I'll be short by 5 of the double crochets, so I'm going to add on this one here 2 on the same stitch. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And skip a stitch, and I'm going to add again on this one. So you can do it at the beginning, you can do it in the middle. So I'm just going to add it right here. Two, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to add one more. 11 and 12. One chain, skip a stitch. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to add here 4, 5, 6, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to do another one. 9, 10, 11, and 12. So I've done my increases on the last 3. So I did on this one my increase on the last. I did 2 increases on this one, 2 together on the same stitch. And I also did 2 increases on the last one. So 2, 4, and 5 with that increase. So 2 on the same stitch and then 2 more. That's 4, 2, 4, 6. Actually, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it's 4 increases. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. So that's my first increase. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 increases. I don't know where I was going with 4. My God, I confuse myself, right, people? Okay, so 1 chain and close up on that third chain. So I'm not going to work the first 2 double crochet nor the last 2. I'm coming in with a single on the third one and 2 chain. My first double crochet. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 double crochet. We're not working the first 2 nor the last 2. I'm going to do 1 chain. I'm going to come in the center of that 1 chain with double crochet, 1 chain, skipping that first 2 and going into the third and create those 8 double crochets again. So I have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And don't tighten it too much on that 1 chain space, okay? So again, double crochet, 1 chain, skip the first 2 and start your 8 double crochets. Now if you find that it's too tight, then you can do a 2 chain in between, okay? Or use a bigger hook to loosen up your stitch and do that 1 chain. So I'll meet you at the end of my row. If I see that it's pulling, then I'll definitely do my 2 chain to make sure that it does not pull too much. I want it flat. I don't want it to pull. All right? Okay, everyone. So I am doing a 2 chain. It was starting to pull and I want my pattern to be flat. It's not like I can make a lot of adjustments in the next few rows because this is the edging. And so I took it down, thank God I only had like 2, 3, and did the 2 chain. Okay, by the way, we have 25 of these groups all the way around, just to make sure that you have the same amount. So it's 25 of these motifs, okay, that we did of the 12 double crochets, as you recall on the second row here of the terracotta. 25 groups, okay, and doing the 2 chain. I absolutely don't want it to pull, so for that reason I decided to come back again and let you know that it's okay to do the 2 chain, because this is absolutely what I'm doing. Remembering not to work those 2 double crochets at the beginning nor the ones at the end. So we should have 8 double crochets now on these groups that we're creating. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. Okay, everyone. So I finished my row, closed in with slip stitch. We're not going to work on the first one nor the last one. We're going directly into the second double crochet, single 2 chain. This time we're going to create groups of 6 double crochets in all of them. So 4, 5, and 6, 2 chain. Coming into that double crochet alone, we're going to create a V, double crochet, and 3 chain. Come back in, double crochet, chain 2, skip a stitch into the next one, create your groups of 6 again. So this is how we're going to work all the way around. Like that, and then 2 chain into that double crochet, with double crochet, 3 chain, and double crochet. I'll meet you at the end. Okay everyone, so pretty much finished my row. Again, we're not working on that first double crochet nor the last, so going into the second with single and 2 chain. On this row we should have groups of 4 double crochet. Oh my goodness, people, I'm telling you. Okay, this time I'm going to do 1 chain. I'm coming inside of that V with 8 double crochets. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1 chain. Skipping that first one, going into the second, and creating those 4 double crochets again. So 3 and 4. 1 chain, don't tighten it too much, and going into that V with 8 double crochets again. So we're going to repeat this all the way around. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1 chain into that second double crochet and create your groups of 4. So not working that first double crochet nor the last. Okay, I'll meet you at the end. Okay everyone, so pretty much finished my row. Try to see if I can move this up a little bit. So I'm going to come into the next one with slip stitch, and on this third one I'm going to do a single. I'm coming on that first double crochet with double crochet, 1, 2, 3 chain. Now I'm going to come behind that double crochet and do a picot into the next one. Double crochet, 1, 2, 3, and behind that double crochet I'm doing a picot. This is the last row. 3 chain, picot into the next one, picot. So it's just a repeat now. Now on this last one we don't do picot, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Coming in that third double crochet with single, and then restarting again with that double crochet, the 3 chain behind, and a picot. So pretty simple, a little bit of detailing, a little bit of work on it because of the leaves, but I think you guys will absolutely love it. Of course, you can create leaves in green. You can do whatever matches the area where you want to put this. A little reminder too, if you use macrame thread, the thick one, this is perfect for a rug. Coffee table rug in the living room or whatever area you're comfortable with. So don't forget, we are not doing picot on that last double crochet. We're going directly into that third double crochet with single, and then start your double crochet, your 3 chain, and come behind that double crochet and close in with single. So 3 chain behind and close in with single. So everyone, I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I apologize for the noise. I have no choice, doing these tutorials time to time with the noise going on. I had major floods in my house. It destroyed all of the living room, dining room, kitchen area. They're redoing because of the balcony upstairs. It's an old house and it was cracked. They built a building behind it, so the bulldozers pretty much shook all the balconies upstairs and opened up all of the cement area. And so I had major floods through the house. So it has to be all redone, or else we'll be living under the rain when it does pour. Okay, so thank you so much, everybody. God bless you. If you have not subscribed, I ask of you to please do so. Share the video. Sharing is caring. Invite your friends and family to join us and to subscribe. All of these things are free. Nobody's asking you for anything. Our tutorials are free. We spend endless hours, days, weeks, years creating these pieces for you guys for free. So the least we can get in return is your respect by helping out, growing the channel, and keep going this way so YouTube can circulate it more. Of course, it's very important, those thumbs up and your comments. So thank you so much again. God bless you, and I will see you in the next tutorial. I'll leave the measurements below once I finish and block it, and do a little video at the end with it on my table. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.